Are you ready to learn? Because my super experienced guests are ready to share some really valuable information. Make sure and listen all the way to the end to get help and support. So let's start with the best audio experience.
Hello guys, welcome to our show. Today we discuss about short video formats. I think it's a must-have today because people love this format. And today it's hard to get sales by using this format. I know long tail format sells a lot better, more, but you can do it with short format as well. That's why I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Dennis Yu. How are you?
Good, Anatoly. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I love this topic. I tried this format many times. I know that it's hard to monetize this format, but it's possible. And I know great examples how people become famous by using short video format, even to sell a lot of products. The last example, so prominent example, when a daughter of one man published a book 11 years ago, even 14 years ago, and he couldn't sell this book on Amazon for around 14 years. But his daughter decided to post content on TikTok about this book. This video became viral, and today this offer is bestseller on Amazon with a simple short video. This account had 0 followers, 0 engagement, 0 marketing. Just I can't tell that it's nice looking design, but what I found on this format, it's creativity. The level of creativity is high. That's why I love this format, and I'm so excited to discuss more about that. And today, I think all marketers, companies need to consider short video format on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, many other formats. And why I love this format? Because it's not competitive like many other formats like SEO, paid marketing. And for me, what I found, social media platforms have no enough content. That's why you can get insights on TikTok, you can get engagement on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and many others. Dennis, before we start, just tell more about yourself, experience, background, and why I often see your content on LinkedIn on my feed.
I'm just a search engine engineer. I was one of the first people at Yahoo over 20 years ago.
Nice.
And I've spent $1 billion on Google and Facebook ads, created a lot of jobs, a lot of VAs, and we have the best-selling book right now on social media on Amazon, and it's on TikTok. So I'm an old-time SEO guy. Let's learn. We have to be able to talk in short snippets.
Yeah, nice.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That's good. No worries.
Let me drink something.
Yeah. I have the question about this book. Can you tell more? For example, I found that many business books are good for sleeping. When you have the problem with sleep, you can take a new boring book, read it, sleep well. You don't need to buy medicine, pills, anything. Just take a new boring book. But some books are great. I love them. When I'm reading, I can forget about sleep, about drink, about meal, anything. Just I feel that I'm part of the journey. Can you give me and my audience a solid reason to read your book? What kind of benefits we can get by reading your book?
Well, first off, this book is the sum of all the top people on TikTok, and they're sharing their wow. Thank goodness we're not in person. But it's not what I have to say. It's what all the top people on TikTok are doing, and it's not the young adults that are singing and dancing. These are experts. These are agency owners. There's lawyers, real estate agents, other people that have professional services. Some people do SEO. Some people build websites, all of these things. And the key is being able to make that 15-second story. So those of us that are used to SEO are used to mainly text. But to be able to shift from writing copy and, page titles and SEO kinds of things into making videos is something that all of us need to be able to adapt to. And one of the people that I interviewed has 6 million followers on TikTok. And more importantly, he's generating significant income. And he said that folks like you and I suffer from rambling old man syndrome. So we're going to be able to overcome that using a 3-part formula on how to make a 15-second cell phone direct to face kind of video. You take your cell phone and you go like this for 15 seconds and you make one key point. Here's the one thing you need to know about, money in 2023 or whatever it might be, or here's whatever the topic is. Here's what you need to know about testosterone therapy, right? Just one tip at a time. And so this book has example after example of how you do that, especially with advertising. Have you ever heard of Spark ads?
No.
Spark ads are the most powerful thing inside TikTok and allows you to boost anyone's post, your post, someone else's post, if you have permission. So most brands, they struggle with making video. What if I told you that you could do a search on TikTok for all the people that are talking about your brand, all the customers, all the clients, reach out to them and say, hey, Anatoly, I really like this one post you made. I would love to be able to boost it. Would that be okay? And you don't have to give me access to your account. You just need to give me an access code for that one post. And now I can boost that post. It creates an amazing creator ecosystem. And this is what we've done in a lot of the testing. We've worked with a bunch of brands. One of them is the number one low-priced hotel chain in the world. I'm not allowed to tell you their name, but you can probably guess who they are. And we did, you do a search on TikTok and you can see people that are checking into this particular hotel. And we take these posts and we boost them. Then we launched a contest among thousands of universities saying, hey, anybody who's on a road trip or going to a sporting game, if you have some tips on how to save money and you include us in your TikTok, then your school will be eligible to win a $100 Amazon gift card. So there's a lot. The whole point of TikTok is leveraging UGC, but using ads behind it. And most people don't know that.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. I'll check out. Interesting. Okay. Let's talk about how to film content that users wanna watch, because I think TikTok analyzes retention rate, and if people are willing to watch or getting back, so TikTok can feed more with such videos. Can you tell more about how to retain audience? Because it's the same with any part of content. It's like boring book. You can take a boring book, you can take boring article, anything. So tell more about that.
So you keep people's attention by getting at least a 30% video completion rate. So if your video is 10 minutes, you'll probably get 1% completion. If it's a minute, maybe it's 20%. If it's 15 or 20 seconds, you might get your 30 or 40%. What happens when people are scrolling through TikTok, or the same as Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, you have 2 seconds maximum to get their attention. So the first part is you have to have a hook, something to get their attention. Something that you say, something you do, some kind of movement. That's 2 seconds. Then 10 seconds, you explain some kind of concept. So the hook is just to get their attention, arouse curiosity. Then you explain something that's really interesting, that makes them go, this guy is very smart. I think I might want to follow this guy. And you have a call to action as the last part. That takes 3 seconds. I'm Anatoly, I do SEO, right? Whatever it might be. You don't go into this whole bio and all the things that you have. So literally in 15 seconds, we have a hook, you have a body, you have a call to action. That's how you get 30%. You probably lose half the people within the first 3 seconds. But if you get them past the hook, then there's a good chance you're going to get them all the way through to the end of the 15 seconds. And so if you get to that 30% plus retention at the end of that video, then TikTok will reward you. But you have to use these 3 components.
Yeah, I got it. Like 2 seconds, the most important. Yeah, it's like on YouTube, because 80% of users bounce videos for first 20 seconds.
It's even stricter than YouTube. YouTube will get a 35 on our good videos. 35% will stay after 9 minutes. 9 minutes is the cutoff on YouTube. People don't stay for 9 minutes on TikTok. They're very, very impatient.
Yeah. Let's talk about equipment. It's interesting that today any smartphone can film with great resolution. awesome videos. For example, I think the most expensive camera 5 years ago filmed worse than today any smartphone. So can you tell what kind of equipment it's enough to have just smartphone to film videos, and
Any phone.
about
Any phone will
yeah.
do, but for some reason, it seems like iPhones tend to do better. So modern
Mhm.
iPhones, this is a 14 Pro Max, which is the best that you can get right now. These tend to do better. I think it has a higher aperture. You can shoot in cinematic. It's a lot easier to edit. The colors are more vibrant. But the main thing is use a cell phone and film vertically. Face, right? Selfie, face kinds of videos. Not what we have here, which is landscape.
Nice. I mentioned about this video that became viral about a book, and after that, the author of this book became bestseller on Amazon. He couldn't do it for 14 years, but right now he got because of one simple video that has right now 51 million views, a lot. So can you tell about creativity? I found on this video, it's not like nice looking design. It's not like something special, but it's simple and creative. It's interesting. For me, I like to watch this video. Can you tell how to provide such level of creativity when we have a lot of other videos that we have on TikTok?
A lot of people are trying to be creative for the sake of being unique or different, but you should focus on being simple and adding value. So share with your audience something that you've actually done. So instead of, just talking about making money, you could actually show money. This is more interesting, right? This is way more interesting. What is it that you can show? So creativity implies that we have to come up with this interesting idea or do something elaborate. It's not that at all. Show, think of the things that you have done that are worthwhile, that other people can care about, and teach those in 15-second, even up to a minute-long tutorials. Think of it as like YouTube, but in a shorter way, more authentic, not professionally produced. And that's it. Because if you try to go for creative or fancy, you're just going to create so many hurdles and get away from what's really important.
And can you tell how to find these ideas? Because, I think ideas, it's hard to be creative without great ideas and trending topics, hot topics. So any insights how to find them?
Well, think about what's already working in your business. So it's not that TikTok is a separate thing. If you have a business already and it's successful, then you already know your goals, content, and targeting. You already know what your customers and clients like you for. You already know exactly who your client is. You already know what problem you solve. So if you have that, if you have a business, then TikTok can amplify that business. And the same is true for Facebook. But if you don't have a business, if you don't have a clear customer, if you don't have a clear product or service, TikTok's not going to solve your problem, because that's a business strategy problem.
Yeah. I think marketing can't save bad products. Yeah, 100%. And I found that many influencers on TikTok didn't pay so much attention to earn money. So they film videos about themselves, about their behavior, about their interests. For example, who can dance, they dance, who can sing, they sing. So it doesn't mean you don't need to sing or dance, as you mentioned before. So you can create something new, valuable, differentiate from others. Can you tell about such thing, how to set up the right goals? For example, if the goal is not, if you are not, if you have the goal to sell products, but how to set up the right goals? To build audience, to get more views. Yeah, any tips?
You should have the same business goals on any channel. YouTube, Facebook, SEO. Why would you want to have different business goals? You have one business goal, right? One main business goal. You have to drive sales. And there may be some intermediate, like you collect phone numbers, you have a webinar, you have a landing page, you have something, a testimonial, but you're going to use the same assets. Why would you have to do something different?
Yeah.
The formatting will be different. You make it shorter, it's vertical video, but it's the same thing. Your strategy should be the same.
Yeah. Can you tell about consistency? For example, I see Gary Vee. Gary Vee can show a lot. Be consistent, film 3-4 videos a day, submit everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, at any other platform if you can. Many marketers can tell, no, you need to share value to create high quality content. Can you tell how to find the balance between consistency and between quality and quantity?
I think the only way to get to quality is through quantity. You need a lot of practice. I asked Grant Cardone about this, and he says it's all about the quantity. That's why Gary Vee has made so many. He got good at video because he made so many. In your first 100 videos, you're going to be terrible. So you want to get past that stage as fast as possible. It's like becoming a better basketball player. You're going to shoot more free throws. You need to take a lot of shots. And people, they judge themselves. They're afraid of how they'll look or whatnot. But the thing is, if you suck, you get no reach anyway. So it doesn't matter. There's no penalty.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Beast told about how he learned YouTube, and he gave advice that you don't need to think about quality in the first 100 videos. Just film them and improve a little bit, step by step. Just film, learn. If you can improve context or design, do it, but don't pay so much attention in the first 100 videos. Just acquire experience. Know how to film videos. When you have this confidence, you can go ahead. So yeah, I completely agree with that. Okay, can you tell about TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook that have this short format? It's a good idea to repurpose content on all the social media platforms, or it's better to build audience that many influencers did. For example, Charlie D'Amelio. She got famous on TikTok, and then she jumped to other formats. But for example, according to Gary Vee, he always tells you need to submit everywhere. I couldn't agree more with that, because he started on Twitter as well. He started on Twitter to build audience. Then he jumped to YouTube, other platforms when he had resources. So what do you think? It's a good idea to pay attention to one social media, or it's better to repurpose everywhere?
I like to repurpose everywhere because you can just have a VA do it and it costs you no effort or time. But depending on the nature of your content and your personality, there will probably be one channel that resonates better for you. So I have 1 million followers on Facebook, and people like to follow me on Facebook. I share a lot of advice. It's more personable. And that doesn't work. My kind of content where I'm giving tips doesn't work quite as well on Twitter or on Instagram or like TikTok, the more visual sorts of channels. So it depends on what you do. And some people, they just prefer to be on YouTube because they want to be able to talk for longer instead of trying to get to the point in just a few sentences. So you don't have to be on every channel, but look at your competitors, look at other people in your industry. Wherever they're spending their time, you should put your time in the same proportion.
And if you mentioned about Facebook, can you tell how you built million followers on Facebook? And I'm interested more how it works today, because we know that Facebook decreases engagement for brands, even for people. So that was a good idea to build this audience, and how it works today?
I was just sharing what I've done. I've spent $1 billion on Facebook ads, and a lot of people are very interested in that. I've gone behind the scenes with Quiznos or WWE or Jack Daniels or Nike or other brands like that, and people want to see how do these companies spend money on advertising. And we're running campaigns, and I'm logging into Facebook and I'm live streaming, showing people, hey, look, we have a game coming up tomorrow. We're going to sell some tickets. We're going to set up the ads. And the cool thing is I've had permission from these clients to be able to show how we're doing this. So a lot of people see this as a great way to learn digital marketing, because they see a lot of people talk about digital marketing. But when was the last time you saw somebody open up the laptop, log into the campaigns and start making ads, start showing the stats, log into Google Analytics, right? Log into WordPress and show how much traffic we have, log into Shopify and show our earnings. Not because we're trying to boast, but because we're teaching, because we're documenting how we're doing everything. Documenting, we go to the Philippines or Pakistan and we hire people. And so people follow me for that because they find it entertaining, but probably more importantly, it helps them grow their business when they see me doing this.
Nice. Yeah, interesting. Let's talk about common mistakes. can you list mistakes that companies still do by jumping on this format, short videos, and how to find a much better way?
Yeah, there's so many of them. Number one is just not even making short form video to begin with. So to not participate is an automatic disqualification, get a 0. Number two is they try to hire an actor, or they use stock art, or they use all this fake stuff. It needs to be real. People can see through that. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people use these AI tools that will generate videos based on the words that you put in. That's not legitimate. Number three is the blind repurposing of long form content into short form content. So taking, ads, taking webinars, taking long YouTube channels where maybe it's an interesting topic and they go for 1 hour, but usually the energy level is not high enough to be able to then cut out 15 to 60-second snippets. Another mistake is they think you need fancy equipment, or you need professional videographers, cinematic Hollywood trained people. You don't need that. Your son or daughter or someone else who's handy with the cell phone will be able to do all of this. And last mistake is thinking that you need an agency. The agencies don't even do it themselves. If you're a fat person trying to give weight loss advice, the advice might be correct, but you're not following it. So most agencies, they like to talk about digital marketing. They talk about short form video. They talk about ChatGPT. But I come look at their site. I come look at their social. And if they don't know what they're doing, if they don't do it themselves, then how can they possibly help us do it?
Yeah, love it. Yeah, awesome. I have the question about your experience. It's amazing. I love it. I check out your profile on LinkedIn. I often see your content. But, I have some students in my network who are looking for ways how to grow, how to learn. Can you help them? For example, if you started today from scratch without any experience, knowledge, skills, what will you do to learn more about short videos?
I wouldn't. I don't care about short form video. I don't have time for that. I have a business goal. So my business goal is I want to make $10,000 a month to be able to provide for my family. Or I want to start an agency just like my friend Welton Hong. Or I want to be a personal injury attorney like Daryl Isaacs in Kentucky. If there's someone that you want to emulate who has achieved the goal that you want to achieve, then follow the steps of what they've done. If there's things that I have done that you find are useful, then you can follow those same steps to achieve the same result. But nobody wants to learn PPC or websites or TikTok or video editing. No one wants to do this. What they want is the goal. So decide the goal. And then from the goal, that tells you what you need to learn. I don't want to just learn short form video. I know a lot of people who are very good at short form video. I've interviewed them. They're in the books that we have. But there's so many different flavors. There's people that are good at B2B. There's people that sell e-commerce. There's fashion, sports, media, retail. There's personal injury. There's so many different areas. You can't just follow anybody who does short form video. If you want to learn short form video, it has to be vertically specific, right? The content for someone who's teaching you how to run your first marathon is very different than the content on how to set up a professional microphone, right? So learn from the people that have done the thing that you want to do. If you want to start a digital marketing agency, if you want to start a career in digital marketing or learn ads and analytics, then it's probably pretty good to follow me because I've done a lot of that. But if you want to learn how to fix a car, then you're not going to follow me because I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, love it. I remember when Gary Vee shares about how to learn about TikTok, about any social media platform, and he told what you need to do to consume content, to watch content in your niche. Then when you consume a lot, you need to think how to create something better, something different. And the same advice from Mr. Beast. He didn't learn best practices, how to film YouTube videos. He didn't learn how to read books about that, but he told he consumed a lot of content. After that, after learning from these videos, he learned what people want to get. So if you know what customers people want to get, you can create content for them. So they don't care about algorithms because algorithms can change. Every single day, Google change algorithms many times. LinkedIn can change, TikTok. But when you know people, problems, pain points, you can go ahead with that. Dennis, I have the question about AI. You mentioned about
Mhm.
AI. It doesn't help a lot with videos, but what about writing? Do you think it's a good idea to start with ChatGPT or any other tools that we have today?
It's a good assistant. It can help you plan out ideas. It can give you other angles that maybe you didn't consider. I can say, I'm making a video about, I'll make something up. What $100 used to buy versus what it buys today, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 30 years ago. And it'll pull up the examples. It'll do the research. It's a good assistant, but I don't want to use it to make the video. I want to, I can make a script and I can run that script through ChatGPT and say, what questions do you think people will have when they read this? Or if I were to say this in the style of Grant Cardone, what other things would I add? So that's where, you want to leverage the fact that the robot has read almost the entire internet. It's read every book, listened to every song. So it can give us good feedback on how to improve. So I think of it more as like a coach than cheating on an essay where it just writes the essay for me. It just writes the blog post for me. I don't really think that's valuable.
Yeah. Just rewriting tool, a good rewriting tool, with great grammar, but nothing special, nothing new.
Right.
I have the question about, you mentioned that you spent $1 billion on Facebook. And I found that customers usually replace any products with hard-earned money if they feel that money costs less than buying products. So can you tell how to provoke this feeling, to buy products? Okay, you set up a lot of money in marketing, but today, for example, 10 years ago, I didn't use experts to help me with Google ads, with Facebook ads, because I paid for click like 5 cents, 10 cents.
Right.
Today, I need to pay $5-10. It's a lot.
Right.
And of course, it's better to consider buying persona, interest, many other stuff. But what about provoking the feeling? Once I watched presentation about new Apple Watch, and Tim Cook shared 3 stories how Apple Watch can decide my problems. I got the feeling, wow, I need to have them. So after that I bought 3 pairs for me, for my son, for my wife, because they probably kill me if I buy only for myself. But I bought because of getting this feeling. But we have many other watches, smart watches online that cost less. But after getting this message, I got it, I need to have them. So can you tell how to provoke this feeling?
Easy. You have super fans. The more you promote the super fans, then the more people want to be like the fan. It doesn't have to be an A-list celebrity. So for example, I'm wearing a Whoop device, and this is telling me about my sleep and about my exercise and HRV and skin temperature and respiration rate and the different phases of sleep and all this. And there's other athletes I follow, other business people I follow, and I want to be more like them. And we have these whole communities around this. So marketing is not about trying to convince people to buy. It's showing other people that are like that particular target who are solving the same problem or achieving the same kind of goal. And when you have a bunch of them, you don't want to rely upon just one. When you have a whole bunch of them, they will all relate differently. I think it's that simple. It's really just, UGC at scale, the collection and processing of that.
Yeah, nice. And I have the final question about patience. You mentioned that many people even don't start. It's not like they lose patience during the process. But I remember PewDiePie he filmed 100 videos to get 285 subscribers. Right now he has 110 million. Mr. Beast filmed videos for an year and a half to get first 1,000 subscribers. Right now, everyone knows Mr. Beast. And I check out a few studies. Content creators lose patience. For example, they don't record the second episode of podcast. They don't film the second video, don't write the second article because they can't get results with the first one. So can you tell about patience? For example, if you film a lot of short videos, but nobody cares, nobody puts likes, comments, anything, you can't sell your product. So can you tell how not to lose patience and go ahead?
This is true in any area. Imagine that you're fat and you want to lose weight. You go to the gym, you work out really hard. And at the end of your hard workout, you notice you don't have a six pack and you have not lost 20 pounds. So this is what happens. It's not just true with video. It's true with everything. It's true with New Year's resolutions. And things take time, which I know is not really helpful to say. But, you know, Warren Buffett, who's one of the richest men in the world, he said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. So if you get 1% better every single day, at the end of a year, you will be 35 times better. Just 1% better every single day. So I think of testing and improving your video skills, trying different ads, you know, collecting different testimonials, trying to make your product better, hire better employees, improve your process. Every one of those things is a 1% improvement. And when you interview other people that have been very successful, everyone asks them, what's the one secret? And they'll all tell you it wasn't a secret. It was 10 years, right? There's no overnight success. It was 10 years. The CTO of Facebook, people asked him, how did you become a billionaire so quickly? And he said, you mean over the last 10 years working day and night and weekends? Yes.
Yeah, totally. Some people can't envy billionaires, you know, if they know the truth. I remember Elon Musk replied to this question when someone asked, please describe your daily life. And he told, if I do it, probably many people don't want to have this lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Dennis, it's a big pleasure to get on the show, to learn from you. Tell our audience how to keep learning from you, how to follow you, how to reach out to you.
Easy. Just Google me and whatever your favorite channel is. It could be Twitter or LinkedIn or Snapchat or TikTok. Happy to connect with you. And if you have a business question or you want to look at our training, you can go to academy.blitzmetrics.com. But everything I have is out there. There's thousands of videos and courses. So thank you very much, Anatoly, for having me on your show.
It's a big pleasure. Thanks a lot for your time. I love it. All valuable insights, guys. You can find the links in the description below. Listen us on Apple, Google, Spotify, and see you next time.